To every lady that's going to hear this, your degree, your accolades, your accomplishments, your job, your executive level position in that company, all of that is for you. A high value man doesn't require that from you. He doesn't need that from you. He's not looking, that's not a quality that he looks for from you. He doesn't want your money. He wants you. He wants your womanly qualities. He wants your spiritual qualities. He wants your emotional qualities. He wants your intelligence. He wants your funny bone. He wants your humor. He wants a companion. He wants a partner who values value. He wants love. He wants nurture. He wants what's going to continue him, his lineage, and his bloodline into the future. He wants someone that he can build for. Majority of you women lead. Actually, you lead with those positions that you keep in the world, with the material. But a high value man doesn't want that from you. He wants to give you that, right? And he'll take you as you are. He'll take you with all the accolades and everything. But you use that as a tool to compete with him and to thwart him in his logic and his reasoning. When you feel like you're not winning in an argument, those things come out as the lead. Now I got this, he doesn't want it. He doesn't want what's yours. He's not in there to ration what you make. It's not there to share your salary. He's not. He appreciates it. If it comes, he does. The gifts, if his love language is gift giving, like if he likes gifts, he'll appreciate it. But a man who's ready for you, financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically, sexually, will provide you with that without you even asking. He'll give you all of that without you even asking. You'll never have to beg for that to happen. You'll never have to beg for that frequency of that to increase in your life. You will never have to beg for that. But most of you have only been taking men into your life who need that from you. That's why you engage with men on social media who ask you what you bring to the table. You engage with these men because those are the only men in your vortex. And if those are the only men in your vortex and you're still debating with them, you need to start working on yourself, in yourself. You need to start looking at what in you is opening doors for these niggas to come and feel free enough to talk to you like that. And why you have an urge to respond with all that rage and all that anger. Why do you have all that rage? Why do you have all that anger? Why? Why do you have to prove you're a woman? You're a woman. You are a woman, you are a woman, you are a woman. You have inside you what a man doesn't have, and God has placed it inside of you. A man who is ready for you, and I keep saying this, a ready man acts. A man who's ready for you understands what God has put inside of you and will never put you in a position where you feel like you need him. He needs you. You don't need him. I need you to get that in your head. I need that to get that, like, wire that in your head. And if you're saying, where do we find these men? Where do we look for these men? They're in all the qualities you're not focused on getting because you position yourself with the world leading. You've positioned yourself with material things leading your virtue as a woman. He's not looking for that. He's not, that's the last thing he's looking for from you. That is the very last thing he's looking for from you. And he knows and understands that what is his is yours, and what is yours, and he'll never ask you for it. He'll never ask you for it. He'll never hold the things that he gives you, the gifts that he gives you, the love that he gives you. He'll never hold it above your head as a reason why you should love him, or why you should regard him, or why you should respect him. No, he'll never do that. He understands the mission. He understands the assignment, and the assignment and the mission come from God, his creator, who's responsible for him, and he's accountable to. He's accountable to God, and he knows what God's injunctions on him are and what your rights from God, not from the state, not from your parents, from God. He knows what your rights are from him, and he respects those more than he respects his ego, more than he will position his ego, more than his ego leading in your experience of him. I need you to get that in your skull today. Get it in your skull. It's great that you have these accolades for you. Just in case something happens to him in the future, when you guys have built and you're great and he leaves this world, you got that. You got that. For the kids, you got that. But he'll have so many things put in place for you and the kids that you won't even need to use that. Where do we get these men? Everywhere you're not. Everywhere you're not focusing, everywhere you're not giving yourself, everywhere you're not invested in. That's where you get that man. And you need to find out what you need to change inside of you in order to qualify for sharing space with that man. Even just sharing space with that man and just finding out what they think like and what they reason like. And you've seen the after effects of you leading with the accolades that you have. It's all based on trauma as well from your side with the hyper independence and everything, and how the independent woman trope has allowed for unsavory characters and unsavory relationships to permeate your whole love experience in your whole entire life. You are not playing the right position. You are not playing the winning game. You are not playing at the level you're supposed to be playing at. And because you're not playing there, the results in your past are proof that you're not going to win. Are proof that you're not in the right position. You're playing at a deficit. You're playing the losing game. If I'm lying, I'm dying, yeah? None of you can tell me that anything that I'm saying to you is a lie. None of you. Except to ask me, where do we find these men? The fact that you have not even experienced a high-value man is proof enough. And I posted and I said, we do not go for the partners that are right for us, because their presence in our lives gives us clarity about how unready we are, how unsavory we are as ourselves, men and women. You will meet the right person, but they will reveal to you just how unready you are to build love, to build a future, to build a family. And you run scared. You're not even running to go improve on yourself. You're running to go delude yourself and lie to yourself and say, yeah, Mara, at least I've got this. At least I've built this. At least that you use material to validate the quality of the woman you are. And that's shitty. That is everything your mother experienced in the men she experienced. Even your father. You use money, you use material, you use accolades, just like your fathers used them to men. And men come from the same environment you come from, and they don't want that. They don't want to be like their fathers. They don't want to ever have to put women through that. But a woman who puts a man through that isn't even worthy of his presence. And he can tell just by the way that you talk. He can tell by the things that you post. He can tell by the way you carry yourself, by the way you walk into his life. And he'll be silent, observing, studying, and you talk yourself out of goodness and greatness. Just that easy. Just as easy as that. Just the way you exist, just the way you feel, just the way you talk, just the way you approach things, just the way you are, is telling this man that you're not ready to build at that level. So they don't bother. They don't come after you. They don't map on you. They don't want to do that. Because why? Another big reason why men like that don't approach you is because they know your experience of men is still limited to the shitty, dusty niggas. They know that. And they know that you have built such incredible, heavy, big, huge defenses that you've never even dealt with. You've never dealt with your post-traumatic relationship disorders. And he's not willing to carry that for you. That's work that you have to do on your own. That's work that you have to do in yourself. And it starts all the way back to what your mother endured and how she was injured, or your grandmother, and the things she disapproved in your mother's behavior with all these men whose character was not lit. We can blame your fathers, but they're not in your life right now to guide you towards doing the right thing. You are in your life right now to guide yourself to doing the right thing. So please do it. I'm just asking you as your brother, just do that. Improve on your wifely, womanly qualities. Reside in divine femininity and divine femininity only. I'm sick and tired of seeing you guys literally walk into heartbreak, looking at it. You're looking at heartbreak and you're walking right into it. And that's one of the major reasons men are not improving, is because you have a desperation about you to have love. You have a FOMO about love. You have a FOMO about relationships. And the fact that you show up as a girlfriend and not a wife deserving of that high value love is the reason why most of these niggas aren't changing. We have to start owning up to a lot of our contribution to why we're not happy or why we're not building already. We've skewed love and marriage and romance. We listen more to what Hollywood has to say about love, marriage, and romance than we listen to God. And I need you to find out who you are in God's eyes and his laws about you. Okay? Shop. That's it. I'll see you in session.